There's that old saying that breaking up is hard to do. Well, not only is it hard to do, but it's hard to handle the aftermath and the emotional complications that burp up out of us when we're in such a vulnerable state. Sometimes it's easy to know when to dump someone. If you're getting treated like shit, being constantly ignored, cheated on, or experiencing any other combination of toxic relationship shitbaggery, you need to leave. But many times, breaking up is not such a clear-cut decision. Maybe things just aren't clicking. Maybe the arguments don't seem to be going anywhere. Maybe you've run into some compatibility issues that aren't terrible, but you're not sure you can live with. I get it. Welcome back to Rise Within Channel, your sanctuary for personal growth and empowerment. I wanted to take a moment to share something pretty interesting with you all. Did you know that a whopping 88.7% of viewers tuning in aren't subscribed yet? It's amazing to see so many of you enjoying the videos, but I can't help but wonder how much more awesome it would be if you hit that subscribe button. By subscribing, not only do you show your support for the channel, but you also ensure you never miss out on any of the latest uploads. 10 rules for breaking up gracefully. So this is probably gonna suck. But if you've decided it's time to pack it up and shut down the relationship, well, I commend you on your bravery. Always do it in person and, if possible, don't do it in public. Unless they did something totally out of line like scalp your cat or leave you 43 tearful voicemails in one night. And if you have any respect for them at all, often a legitimate question, then always do it in person. Yeah, it's harder, but suck it up. And if possible, don't do it in public. Being in public makes people feel limited in what they can express, whether it be final words they'd like to say to you or dishes they'd like to break. Which brings us to principle number 2. Never make a scene. Feeling distraught is okay. Being torn apart from the inside out is fine and expected. Wishing fiery hell and brimstone onto your ex and feeling the urge to dismantle their life and everything they hold dear piece by piece isn't totally out of the ordinary either. But any attempt to do so is going to just make you look like a child throwing a tantrum. Control yourself. Grieve and express your pain, but don't do anything stupid. Do it in private and do it with someone you trust. Do not try to make the other person feel better. Once the relationship is severed, the other person's emotions are no longer your responsibility. And not only is it no longer your responsibility to help them cope, but comforting them will likely make them feel worse. It can also backfire in that it will just make them resent you more for being so nice. After the breakup, respectfully cut all contact for a short period of time. This is the second thing that many people don't muster the courage to do. A lot of people get hung up on remaining friends and actually force contact when it's causing them more emotional stress. Research on relationship breakups finds that people who limit contact with one another emotionally recover much faster. Talk to somebody about it. This one may seem obvious, but make sure you do it. If this is a particularly serious relationship, talk to a trusted friend or family member before making the decision. And then take whatever advice they give you seriously. We are often poor observers of our own relationships, but our friends can see how it's affecting us better than we can. Allow yourself to be sad, angry, upset, but don't judge or blame anyone. Emotions are healthy and normal. Even negative emotions are healthy and normal. But judging and blaming people, whether it's them or you, doesn't get you very far. This doesn't mean you shouldn't distinguish good-bad behavior or good-bad choices. Learning from your errors and what went wrong in your relationship will go a long way to helping you move on. Recognize that the breakup itself is a sign of your incompatibility and you're both better off. Here's something that grates on me. People who just got out of a relationship and lament that he, she, and I were perfect together. Obviously, you weren't. Otherwise, you'd still be together. Invest in yourself. The best and most important post-breakup advice on the planet is to invest in rebuilding your personal identity. Rediscover your old hobbies. Focus double on work. Start that new project you've been putting off for months. And most of all, spend time with your friends. Only start dating again when you're legitimately excited to see new people. After you break contact and invest in yourself, don't pressure yourself to meet someone new until you're legitimately excited to do it. There's a difference between excitement and desperation. Desperation is feeling alone and incomplete without dating someone, like you need to be with someone to be happy. Excitement is being genuinely excited to discover what's out there and feeling fine regardless of what happens. Only attempt to be friends with your ex again once you're over the idea of dating them. If you had a strong friendship within the relationship, that friendship will naturally emerge outside of the relationship once you've both moved on. In a lot of cases, it takes dating new people for both parties to relax enough to form that bond again. Other times, it takes a lot of time, but if that friendship is there, it'll eventually sprout up. Do it a favor and don't force it.